Welcome to the Scioto Valley Game of the Week, live on Total Media Sports YouTube.
And good afternoon, everybody, from VA Memorial Stadium, the home of the Chillicothe Paints, for some high school baseball here on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. Some dark clouds, but the sun showing through. We've had a rough day last night because of weather. We couldn't play the game we were scheduled to do yesterday, Southeastern and Piketon. That game has been moved to Tuesday, but we still got this one this afternoon between the Waverly Tigers of the SOC3 and the Logan Elm Braves of the MSL Buckeye. Here briefly, we'll have the starting lineups for both sides, for Logan Elm and for Waverly. The Logan Elm Braves coached by Drew McGlone, and the Waverly Tigers coached by Jeff Noble. Been a little bit since we've done a Waverly contest here this season. Some things to catch you all up on for those not in the loop right now on different things. You see down there Coaches Noble and McGlone meeting before the contest. Some look at also some local scores. We're going to also count the Mid-State League as well for some of the local score updates here from yesterday. So yesterday in the Scioto Valley Conference, just our regular look at the scoreboard, Westfall knocked off Huntington 6-2. Uniota beat Paint Valley 1-0. That game was suspended in the top of the second and will resume on the 29th of April, presumably due to the weather that hit. Liberty Union beat Hamilton Township. This is MSL Buckeye now. And Fairfield Union beat Amanda Clear Creek. Fairfield Christian beat Miller 12-2, and Millersport beat Fisher Catholic 11-3. In the OCC, Tays Valley over Groveport Madison 16-0. Some non-conference scores in baseball as Jackson beat South Range 9-1, and Athens beat New Lexington 20-7. In some high school softball, we got Circleville over Logan Elm, Liberty Union over Hamilton Township, and Amanda Clear Creek over Fairfield Union. Mid-State League Cardinal, Fisher Catholic over Millersport. In the SVC, Westfall over Huntington, Uniota over Paint Valley, and a game that was suspended in the third inning, but a nice lead for the Adena Lady Warriors. That one will also resume on the 29th, same with the Uniota game we mentioned a moment ago. The score of that was 8-3 when it was suspended in the third inning. Wellston a winner in the Tri-Valley Conference in softball over Vinton County. Bloom Carroll winners, also Eastern Beaver, Athens, Jackson, Aynor, South Carolina defeated the Jackson Iron Ladies. They're playing at Myrtle Beach right now. And Eastern Megs knocked off Warren. So look at your community scoreboard, you could say, as we have it right here. And here in a moment, we'll have the starting lineups for both sides. We're going to get right to it. And the batting rotation, we're going to begin first with the visiting teams are designated, I believe, the Logan Elm Braves. We've got, and this is in order, batting order. You got Josh Hunter out there. He's going to be batting, and he's going to be center field. We've got Congrove out there, number 10, Carter Congrove. Congrove is going to be at second base. We got Kelton Bennington, the pitcher for Logan Elm. Zane Seamer, he's going to be in the number 5 position. That means he's going to be in third base. Camden Ebert, number 6, in the 6th position. That means he's going to be shortstop. Grant Klein coming in at left field and batting after him. Deal going to be in. He's at first base in defensively. Got Neff out there. He is the catcher, Brady Neff. And Lucas Biley, the right fielder. So again, the starting lineups for Logan Elm: Hunter, Congrove, Bennington, Seamer, Ebert, Klein, Deal, Neff, and Biley. And the batting order for the Waverly Tigers, leading off for Waverly, will be Cage Alexander. Following him will be Hunter Hauk. Hauk is at right field. Cage is going to be at shortstop, by the way. You got Tegan Hurt out there. He's going to be pitching. Designated hitter is Will Armstrong. Got Liam Cross at first base as normal. You got Caden Cox at third base. You got Spriggs at second base. Following him is going to be Eli Parker at catcher. Lane Bear, he's going to be in left field. And you got Mason Sparks at center field. So again, Cage, Hauk, Hurt, Armstrong at DH. Cross, Cox, Spriggs, Parker, Bear, and Sparks. You got to look at the starting lineups here for both sides, for the Waverly Tigers and for the Logan Elm Braves. Non-conference contest, of course. Like to also thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible, today's broadcast rather. First National Bank of Waverly, Bodkin Hornback Funeral Home, Kirchhoff Automotive, Quick Stop Lube and Tire of Piketon, and Clinkers Lumber and Builder Supplies. Couldn't do these broadcasts without you, so we thank you deeply for your sponsorship and for your support of local high school baseball. You can always reach out to Total Media if you're a local business in the Pike-Ross County area who may be interested in sponsoring these. Still got some high school baseball left on the broadcast schedule. And here comes Tegan, introducing Tegan Hurt, but Josh Hunter again on deck. He's leading off for Logan Elm. And we're going to start this one in just a moment. Waverly getting the last few warm-ups in here defensively, taking the field, warming up for a second. Had a meeting just a moment ago between McGlone and Noble. So both of them have stepped off the field, and we're going to have this one in just a moment. So what we're going to do while they warm up for a second, we're going to take just a 30-second break. And when we come back here on Total Media Sports, we'll have the start of this one between the Logan Elm Braves and the Waverly Tigers. Don't go anywhere.
Lights, camera, action. Danbury Cinemas is your go-to movie spot in Chillicothe, with 10 screens showing the latest blockbusters and fan favorites. There's always something for everyone. Come out to 119 Pawnee Road for comfy seats, affordable tickets, and hot, buttery, fresh popcorn from the concession stands. Check showtimes at danbury.com or follow us on Facebook. Danbury Cinemas, where Chillicothe comes to watch.
Did you know Jackson is home to a locally owned and operated full-service print shop? Zip Printing covers all your print, signage, and design needs. From business cards, booklets, and posters to yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, oversized signage, and more. We can help you or your business advertise and look good doing it. Zip Printing also offers logo design. Allow us to assist you in building or elevating your brand today. Zip Printing is located in the Stockmeister Plaza at 708 East Main Street in Jackson, Ohio. So stop in or give us a call at 740-286-3023.
You've been watching the Scioto Valley Game of the Week live on Total Media Sports YouTube.
And here we go with the start of this one between Logan Elm and Waverly. Hayden Milliken here with you at VA Memorial Stadium, where Josh Hunter getting ready to come up to bat, the leadoff hitter for the Braves of Logan Elm. And again, pitching today for Waverly is going to be Tegan Hurt. Waverly been showing a little bit of depth in the pitching unit. Goose Parker had himself a good one recently. We'll have some stats on that one here in a little bit. Hunter Houck looking impressive, and the first offering is going to be high up towards center field, and the play is going to be made for out number one by Mason Sparks. So one up and one down for the Braves off of only one pitch and one hit. So immediately out is going to be Hunter. Now Carter Congrove coming up. A quick out here, may I add, for Logan Elm. Pitch is going to be called ball one from Tegan Hurt. 1-0 the count to Carter Congrove. Again, Congrove is the second baseman for Logan Elm. Going to be called strike. Evens up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. One already down here for Logan Elm in quick succession. Hit off of one pitch and a hit that was reeled in by Mason Sparks at center. And that play is going to be made, and it's going to get through Bear, and he's going to get a base hit. Congrove going to get on base. The first hit. He got the first out and then the first hit that followed. So a nice rebound there by Logan Elm to get on base. As coming up next is going to be Kelton Bennington. He is the pitcher as we have it for Logan Elm. One out. Just starting here at VA Memorial Stadium. Scoreless here with one Brave on base. For those just tuning in, thank you for tuning in here on this Total Media Sports production, this live stream we got going. And this is going to be called ball one. Hurts pitch a little bit low there. 1 ball, no strikes. The count at the plate to Kelton Bennington. Looks back over, trying to catch Congrove slipping. It looks like it's going to go through the bag, and Congrove, off of that error, is going to advance over to second base. Trying to get the play over to Cross, goes through him. So Congrove is going to now move up to second base. Just like that, and one out for Logan Elm. An errant throw there by the Tigers. Count at the plate is 1-0, 1 ball, no strikes. Here comes a 1-0 from Tegan Hurt, and that's going to be called strike one. Take a look at Logan Elm's record. We'll have to pull it up here, but losing record, only having a couple wins to their name. But from what I've been told about this Logan Elm squad is that the record is not necessarily a reflection of the club as a whole. And that is going to be called ball two. 2 balls, 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch coming from Tegan Hurt, and that's going to be called strike two. 2-2 gets the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count here. 1 down for Logan Elm, and 1 on second base. Congrove on second. And here's a big 2-2 pitch coming, and this is going to be hit on towards left field, and it is going to be reeled in by Bear for out number 2. 2 down for Logan Elm, as Seamer going to see some play time here in the first inning. Zane Seamer. He is third baseman for Logan Elm defensively. Again, runner on second base. 2 down here for the Braves already. However, managing to get at least 1 hit, and that's going to be fouled back by Seamer. 0-1 the count. No balls, 1 strike. The count of the plate here to Zane Seamer. And here comes the 0-1 by Hurt. And that is going to drop just a bit low. Ball 1. A lot of Waverly's wins, may I add, have been definitely thanks in part to some great efforts, some great teamwork defensively by Waverly. It's been a key to success for the Tigers this season. And that's going to be a liner over to third base, and they're going to make the play over in time to cross at first. Yes, and there's going to be out number 3. No runs scored by the Logan Elm Braves. However, they got 1 hit and made it to second base off of an errant throw over, trying to tag to first. So the score does remain here. Logan Elm nothing, Waverly nothing, with the Tigers coming up to bat in the bottom of the first. This is the Side of Valley Game of the Week, streaming live on Total Media Sports. Back in a moment.
Tune into 100.9 WXIZ Hank FM, your home for the legends of country across South Central Ohio. Kickstart your day with local favorite Lori Graves and the Morning Hustle from 6 to 9 a.m., bringing laughs, local news, and great country music. Then join me, Christina Wolford, on the drive home from 3 to 7 p.m. for upbeat country hits, community updates, and your afternoon pick-me-up. 100.9 WXIZ Hank FM. Country hits, community heart.
Lights, camera, action. Danbury Cinemas is your go-to movie spot in Chillicothe, with 10 screens showing the latest blockbusters and fan favorites. There's always something for everyone. Come out to 119 Pawnee Road for comfy seats, affordable tickets, and hot, buttery, fresh popcorn from the concession stands. Check showtimes at danbury.com or follow us on Facebook. Danbury Cinemas, where Chillicothe comes to watch. You've been watching the Scioto Valley Game of the Week live on Total Media Sports YouTube.
0-0 the score here, heading into the bottom of the first inning. Hayden Milliken here with you. 1 hit there in the last half of the inning by the Logan Elm Braves. However, 3 outs brings us back to right here. We were talking about Waverly and their recent showing with Parker at the mound and pitching. That's a contest we want to talk about right here. Actually happened here at VA Memorial Stadium when Waverly took on Gahanna Lincoln, and a great performance just around the board in that one. Back-to-back walk-offs, may I add, in 2 consecutive games for Waverly. They did it 3-2 over South Webster, and then the following night they did it 4-3 and an instant classic from all accounts in 10 innings. That's right, 10 innings in high school baseball. Of course, in high school, 7-inning games. So you take that into consideration. That's an impressive feat in itself. 2 hits in that one by Cage Alexander and also by Caleb Cox, who had an RBI. Cage Alexander had a run. He also got the walk-off RBI in that one, and Cage will be leading off here this afternoon for the Waverly Tigers. Landon Ramey looked good as well in that one. He got himself on base, 1 for 5. I got Caleb Cox in. He had an RBI. A couple stolen bases by Tegan Hurt and Mason Sparks. So it looks like things have been going well for Waverly. Last contest, however, they fell in a rematch to Portsmouth West. We broadcasted the one that was at Waverly, but of course, as it is with conference play across the entire state and almost around the board, you played twice in high school baseball, once at home and once away. And Portsmouth West came away in the rematch by a score of 3-2 there. So either way, here we go. Again, up at the mound is going to be Bennington, Kelton Bennington for Logan Elm. He's pitching for the Braves here this afternoon. And Cage Alexander coming up for his first at-bat. And here's Bennington's first offering to the freshman, Cage Alexander, and this is going to be strike one. 0-1 the count to Alexander. Bottom of the first inning for those just tuning in, and this one's going to be outside, ball one. Again, I'd like to thank our sponsors, First National Bank, Botkin Hornback Funeral Home, Kirchhoff Automotive, Quick Stop Lube and Tire, Clinkers Lumber, and Builder Supplies, and a swing and a miss. 1-2 the count at the plate to Cage Alexander. And there's going to be strike three. Kelton Bennington gets a big strikeout there on Cage Alexander. Now Hunter Houck coming up. He is at right field this afternoon. Houck, again, we talked about it a moment ago, has seen a lot of time at the mound here this season as a pitcher. One of the go-tos, especially for the big contests. And Houck this evening again playing at right field. Tegan Hurt playing his, I believe, third game, at pitcher. And that's going to be 1-0 the count at the plate to Hunter Houck. Pitches have been outside by Bennington, and here's the second pitch. And that's going to be a little too inside there. 2 balls, no strikes. And came a little bit close to Houck. 2-0, and there's going to be ball 3. Few rough pitches there by Kelton Bennington, not necessarily hitting their destination. And a 3-0 count coming. And this is going to be strike one. Able to get one to connect inside there. 3 balls, 1 strike. As it most tends to fall 9 times out of 10. Avoiding a 4 consecutive pitch situation there. And a swing and a miss. Count is full. So the at-bat remains alive here for Hunter Houck on a full count. And one already down from a strikeout. And here's the 3-2, and that one's going to be fouled back. Foul ball, so the count will remain full here to Houck at the plate. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And here's the full count pitch again by Bennington. And that is going to be ball 4. So Houck will advance to first base off of a walk. Will Armstrong coming in, designated hitter. Batting here, of course, is the DH in place of Tegan Hurt. 1 runner already on base here. Houck makes it on the first. And here's the first offering by Bennington, and that's going to be a called strike after a swing. No balls, 1 strike to the DH, Will Armstrong. Armstrong's been able to get a few big hits here this season. Here's another swing and a miss. 0-2 the count here to Will Armstrong as he steps out just for a moment. Quickly 0-2. The 0-2 by Bennington is going to fall out of the glove of Neff, but he's able to scoop it up and get it back over to Bennington. Ball 1. The 1-2, There's going to be a swing and a miss, but going to try to know he is out. Looked like maybe there for a second he thought the catcher lost control of it, but that is going to be out number 2 nonetheless. He's not going to have an opportunity there. So another strikeout as Armstrong is out, and Liam Cross coming up next for Waverly, the first baseman. Just slide back over to first base. Does Houck there, thinking about it. Had a similar situation with Logan Elm, an errant throw allowed runner to advance to second. And here's the pitch, and this is going to be fouled back. And running over to second base is going to be Houck. But they're sending him back after the foul, obviously. So he'll go back to first base. Got a little excited there. So 0-1 the count here at the plate to Cross. The 0-1 from Bennington, and this is going to be a grounder. Going to get it over to second base, going to complete the play, and there's out number 3. Gets it over to Congrove, and that was reeled in a moment ago by the shortstop Ebert. So Waverly is retired for this inning. They don't get a run, however, they did get a walk there. So the score remains 0-0 as we head into the top of the second inning. We'll be back in just a moment. You're watching high school baseball on Total Media Sports.
Tune into 100.9 WXIZ Hank FM, your home for the legends of country across South Central Ohio. Kickstart your day with local favorite Lori Graves and the Morning Hustle from 6 to 9 a.m., bringing laughs, local news, and great country music. Then join me, Christina Wolford, on the drive home from 3 to 7 p.m. for upbeat country hits, community updates, and your afternoon pick-me-up. 100.9 WXIZ Hank FM. Country hits, community heart.
Did you know Jackson is home to a locally owned and operated full-service print shop? Zip Printing covers all your print, signage, and design needs. From business cards, booklets, and posters to yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, oversized signage, and more. We can help you or your business advertise and look good doing it. Zip Printing also offers logo design. Allow us to assist you in building or elevating your brand today. Zip Printing is located in the Stockmeister Plaza at 708 East Main Street in Jackson, Ohio. So stop in or give us a call at 740-286-3023.
Lights, camera, action. Danbury Cinemas is your go-to movie spot in Chillicothe, with 10 screens showing the latest blockbusters and fan favorites. There's always something for everyone. Come out to 119 Pawnee Road for comfy seats, affordable tickets, and hot, buttery, fresh popcorn from the concession stands. Check showtimes at danbury.com or follow us on Facebook. Danbury Cinemas, where Chillicothe comes to watch.
And back here at VA Memorial Stadium with Ebert up to bat for the Logan Elm Braves. And the score still 0-0 here as Hertz first offering is going to hit the dirt for ball 1. Few games in the region here today in high school baseball other than this one. Northeastern takes on Washington Courthouse, Bishop Watterson and Uniota. Doubleheader between Belpre and West. And that one's going to hit the dirt again, ball 2. Sims Valley takes on Southern. West Union at Sideville East. Athens versus Capital West Virginia at Parkersburg. That's a split doubleheader. They'll take on Parkersburg thereafter. And here's the 2-0 offering by Tegan Hurt, and that's going to drop a little low. Ball 3. 3-0 quickly the count here. Some other games on the softball side of things. Not many within this area. You got Green and South Gaia, Sims Valley and Tippecanoe. Athens and Fairfield Union. There's going to be called strike 1. Belpre and Frontier. And taking a look at Logan Elm, we were talking about their record a moment ago. Their most recent contest, as we have it, was held on Thursday evening when it was non-conference. They lost to Miami Trace 4-0. Miami Trace, of course, in the Frontier Athletic Conference. A full count pitch there to Ebert. So it's 3-2 now, the count. Hurt at the mound. No outs yet here pending this one, and this is going to be fouled back. Looks like you got a little bit of that one. Count remains full after the foul. Full count, 3-2, the pitch count here. And here's the pitch by Hurt, and there's going to be a walk. As Ebert is going to make it to first base off a walk. And now Grant Klein coming up. Klein plays left field for Logan Elm in the outfield. Another contest held this past week was a close one for Logan Elm. They lost to Hamilton Township. The score there was 8-7. Only a one-run deficit. Tags back over to first base. Slides over safely, though, does Ebert. So Ebert remains on base with Keegan Deal waiting on deck after this for the Braves if needed. Here's a pitch, of course, no outs, so he'll be upcoming. 1-0 the count. Continuing to look here through the record for the Braves, they also lost to Uniota 9-3. As we dig more and more up here on the Braves of Logan Elm, had a busy week in terms of baseball this past week. And that's what it's looked like for the last week for them. So just a little bit of a look there of some recent outings for Logan Elm. And gets over to second base, does Ebert. Ebert, of course, walked over, and he will steal second base. The count at the plate is going to be 1 ball, 1 strike to Grant Klein. And here comes the 1-1 offering from Tegan Hurt, and that one is going to be fouled off just past the third baseline. 1-2 the count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here in the top of the second inning. Still scoreless here at VA Memorial Stadium. And here comes the 1-2 from Tegan Hurt, and there's going to be a swing and a miss. The pitch was a little low, caught him slipping, and gets the strikeout. So Klein is out, and I believe, looking here, that is the first strikeout, if memory serves, here for Tegan Hurt. As Keegan Deal coming up next for the Braves. Deal, the first baseman, with 1 out now for Logan Elm. And now it's going to be a curveball called strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to Keegan Deal. The 0-1, and this is going to be grounded off. It's going to be fair as Hurt makes the play over to Cross for out number 2. 2 down for Logan Elm. Keegan Deal is going to be out. So next up is going to be the catcher, Brady Neff. An easy play right there at the mound for Tegan Hurt to get it over to Liam Cross. So an easy one there for Waverly. Does generate the second out here of the top half of the second inning. And this first offering to Brady Neff is going to be called strike 1 on the outside corner. 0-1 the count. One's going to be a swing and a miss. Caught him slipping there. Went full swing ahead with that one. No balls, 2 strikes. With 2 down here for Logan Elm. It looks like runner now on third base for them, as Ebert did get over to third. So 1-2 the count. The 1-2 offering coming, and this one swings right towards his direction. He's going to foul it off. That one came awfully close. But the count does remain 1-2 after the swing. 1 ball, 2 strikes. To the first baseman, Neff. Excuse me, to the catcher, Neff. And this is going to be into center field, line drive, but it looks like it is going to be reeled in by Mason Sparks for out number 3. So another one gets on base for Logan Elm. However, no run generated, though they did make it to first base. That was off of a walk there by Ebert. So the score does remain with Waverly coming up to bat again. Logan Elm nothing, Waverly nothing. You are watching high school baseball live on Total Media Sports. Back in a moment.
Lights, camera, action. Danbury Cinemas is your go-to movie spot in Chillicothe, with 10 screens showing the latest blockbusters and fan favorites. There's always something for everyone. Come out to 119 Pawnee Road for comfy seats, affordable tickets, and hot, buttery, fresh popcorn from the concession stands. Check showtimes at danbury.com or follow us on Facebook. Danbury Cinemas, where Chillicothe comes to watch.
Tune into 100.9 WXIZ Hank FM, your home for the legends of country across South Central Ohio. Kickstart your day with local favorite Lori Graves and the Morning Hustle from 6 to 9 a.m., bringing laughs, local news, and great country music. Then join me, Christina Wolford, on the drive home from 3 to 7 p.m. for upbeat country hits, community updates, and your afternoon pick-me-up. 100.9 WXIZ Hank FM. Country hits, community heart.
You've been watching the Scioto Valley Game of the Week live on Total Media Sports YouTube.
0-0, still the score here at VA Memorial Stadium in the bottom of the second inning, with the Waverly Tigers getting ready to come up to bat once again. Hayden Milliken here with you. Would like to thank our sponsors for the Scioto Valley Game of the Week here on Total Media Sports. Like to thank First National Bank, Botkin Hornback Funeral Home, Kirchhoff Automotive, Quick Stop Lube and Tire of Piketon, and Clinkers Lumber and Builder Supplies. So once again, thank you to our fine sponsors for making these high school baseball broadcasts possible. So as we continue here going through the lineup for the Waverly Tigers, the score again is still 0-0, with Waverly getting another opportunity here. Couple defensive innings and some big plays being made on both sides. And here comes Caleb Cox up next for Waverly. Cox steps up. Again, Bennington pitching for Logan Elm, and this is going to be fouled back by Cox. 0-1 the count. No balls, one strike, the count at the plate here. And the pitch by Bennington is going to be a swing and a miss. Good pitch there by Bennington, getting him to swing on that one. So the count here is no balls, 2 strikes as we have it at the moment. Bennington's 0-2 offering is going to be grounded over towards the first base line. It looks like the play is going to be made over to first base to deal for out number 1. Cox is going to be out. It looks like Braylon Spriggs coming up next. One out here for Waverly. Spriggs sees his first at-bat here. Spriggs has also pitched a little bit for Waverly. He's pitched, let's see here, 1, 2, check out how many games he's pitched here. 1, 2, 3. Looks like 3 games here he's pitched that we have at the moment here counting for Waverly. The 2-0 count coming from Bennington is going to get the inside corner for called strike 1. 2-1 the count. 1 already down here for Waverly. And here comes the 2-1. Strike 2. Evens out the count here, 2-2. 2-2, and this is going to be grounded over to the first base to Deal, and Deal's going to run over to the plate and gets on it for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down here for Waverly. Spriggs is down, and here comes Goose Parker. Eli, he's coming up next. He's playing catcher here this evening. Again, last time he was here at VA Memorial Stadium, he was pitching in the Gahanna-Lincoln game. And he steps up here again. Some other recent outings for the last week for Waverly. A loss and a close one. That was a walk-off against Meggs. So walk-offs have been a tale of the week in the last 7 days or so for Waverly. Either for them or against them. And there was a called strike one at the plate. The 0-1 to Parker is going to be called strike two. Bennington getting that corner. So 0-2 is the count. The 0-2, and that one's going to drop outside for ball one. One, two, the count. And here's the pitch by Bennington. It's going to be fouled back. Count remains 1-2. One ball, two strikes. Count here at the plate to Eli Parker. Calls time, gets awarded it. Taking just a moment there to regroup with a 1-2 count. And two down for Waverly here in the bottom of the second. And here's the pitch. It's close and it's called ball two. At least it looked like it from up here in the adjacent press box. Of course, we got two press boxes. The main one where the PA and the stat keepers and so forth stay. We're in the one next door to it. And that was going to be fouled back. So the count remains 2-2. Great facility here at VA Memorial Stadium. And as you may be able to notice as you look out with some of these camera views we got, some more work being done and some progress is being made on this center field fence. An even count pitch, 2-2, and that one's going to be out of play again. So the at-bat remains alive here for Parker. 2-2 the count now. Few foul balls here, but as I was saying, started, I believe they went from left to right as the direction they're going with this fence. And they're starting to get it up more towards right center. Still some more work to do, especially in deep right field. And even then, still not quite done with it. And one of the biggest changes, as you can see here, for VA Memorial Stadium. And, of course, there have been quite a few big ones. Another big change for VA, obviously, is the brand new turf, as you can tell, and the Chillicothe Paints logo in the backstop. And the 2-2 once again. And it's going to be fouled again. Yet another foul ball. Keeps this at-bat alive. The longest at-bat we've seen all afternoon thus far. It is early here in the second. There's a 2-2 offering coming from Parker. Here's the pitch by Bennington. Catches him slipping, gets ball three. Count is full. Pitch was a little high there. Brings it to a 3-2 count. And 3-2 to Parker. And looks like we got ball four. Parker will advance to first off of a walk. Lane Bear stepping up next for Waverly, left fielder. As he comes in here, his first at-bat, getting close to the bottom of the rotation. Walk off against South Webster. Lane Bear had a run in that one. Just taking a look at some of the statistics we have here, and there's called ball one. Also, he was 1 for 3 a couple days ago against Portsmouth West when West beat them 3-2, should I say. And there's going to be a called strike, 1-1. Sparks, the only batter yet to see some time here for Waverly, and he's up next, whether it'll be this inning or whether it'll be the third. That depends on what happens here at the plate with a runner on base, 1-2, and 2 down for Waverly. And the pitch by Bennington is going to be ball two. Just a little bit outside there. So it brings it to a 2-2 count. And 2-2 and a swing and a miss. And there's going to be a strikeout and Bear is out, so Sparks will have to wait. 3 down here for Waverly. Able to get another walk here, and we'll have another one make it on base. However, nothing generated out of that one. No runs and no Logan Elm errors. So as we head into the third inning with Logan Elm coming up to bat, the score is still Waverly 0, Logan Elm 0. You're watching high school baseball live on Total Media Sports.
Did you know Jackson is home to a locally owned and operated full-service print shop? Zip Printing covers all your print, signage, and design needs. From business cards, booklets, and posters to yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, oversized signage, and more. We can help you or your business advertise and look good doing it. Zip Printing also offers logo design. Allow us to assist you in building or elevating your brand today. Zip Printing is located in the Stockmeister Plaza at 708 East Main Street in Jackson, Ohio. So stop in or give us a call at 740-286-3023.
Tune into 100.9 WXIZ Hank FM, your home for the legends of country across South Central Ohio. Kickstart your day with local favorite Lori Graves and the Morning Hustle from 6 to 9 a.m., bringing laughs, local news, and great country music. Then join me, Christina Wolford, on the drive home from 3 to 7 p.m. for upbeat country hits, community updates, and your afternoon pick-me-up. 100.9 WXIZ Hank FM. Country hits, community heart.
Lights, camera, action. Danbury Cinemas is your go-to movie spot in Chillicothe, with 10 screens showing the latest blockbusters and fan favorites. There's always something for everyone. Come out to 119 Pawnee Road for comfy seats, affordable tickets, and hot, buttery, fresh popcorn from the concession stands. Check showtimes at danbury.com or follow us on Facebook. Danbury Cinemas, where Chillicothe comes to watch. You've been watching the Scioto Valley Game of the Week live on Total Media Sports YouTube.
Heading here now to the top of the third inning, where the score remains Logan Elm nothing, Waverly nothing. Lucas Biley coming up next in the right fielder for Logan Elm. And now back to the bottom of the order. We'll go back to the top after this, with at least Hunter and Congrove on deck, both of them for Logan Elm. So both teams quickly making way through the order here, and both of them all the way back to the bottom of the rotation. And the pitch by Tegan Hurt for Waverly is going to be called strike one. Gets in there, looked like it was down the middle from here, 0-1 the count. No balls, one strike to Lucas Biley. And pulls back before he gets swing out, and does get ball one from that. 1 ball, 1 strike. What to pull it up? There's a story, of course, why the school is named Logan Elm in the Circleville area. Of course, that's where Logan Elm is, just as you're arriving into the Circleville area. 1-2 the count. I believe they named Logan Elm after a tree that is over there. 1-2 the count. And looks like we got a hit by pitch. So Biley is going to make it to first off of a hit by pitch. And going back to the top of the order here with Hunter. Josh Hunter, center fielder. They said Jack over here. Ours says Josh Hunter, so we'll have to get some clarity on that one. No outs here after that hit, so hit by pitch rather, should I say, for some clarity. With Biley now on first base. No one out here for Logan Elm. The top of the third inning. And here comes the pitch by Tegan Hurt. And that one's going to be a grounder over towards third base. Going to make the play to second and trying to complete the double play. And looks like at least one going to be out at second. Not quite able to complete the double play, it looks like. The play was completed to second base to Spriggs. However, a hit there. I haven't seen many of them on either side. Hunter will now be 50% at bat. He got out first time and able to get a base hit right there. So again, not quite able to complete the double play there, but Waverly is able to generate one out. Trying to catch him slipping, though, a little bit there. Hunter at first, and he will get back to the bag safely. Bennington waiting on deck now. Of course, he's going to get an opportunity. But the first offering here to Congrove, as he's going to make it over to second base. Hunter is standing. He's still standing and safely. So a steal there by Hunter. Couple steals here from Logan Elm, as now makes it to second base. And the 1-0 pitch by Hurt is going to be fouled back. grazed that one, so 1-1 the count. Carter Congrove batting for Logan Elm. The 1-1 offering by Hurt. Going to be a little high there with 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike the count here. To Carter Congrove. As Hurt looks back in. And this is going to make it over to Hurt. Is he going to complete the play over to first base to Cross? And he does. For out number 2. Congrove is going to be out. So coming up next is Kelton Bennington. However, of course, after that, Hunter does advance to third base. So Josh Hunter creeping around the corner at third with the pitcher Kelton Bennington coming up to bat. An opportunity here possibly for Logan Elm. One thing not playing in their favor right now, the out count. 2 outs for them. Going to be called ball 1. That one's a bit outside by Tegan Hurt. One ball, no strikes to count here. Looking to step back and drops a little low. 2-0. Rough pitch there by Tegan Hurt. Brings it to 2 balls and no strikes at the plate to Kelton Bennington. Again, 2 outs here for the Braves of Logan Elm. Here comes the 2-0, and this is going to be a line drive to left field. It will drop, and it looks like runners are going to advance home. Josh Hunter will make it in. And Logan Elm takes an early lead here in the 3rd inning, and a run produced on the board. And now 1-0 is the score for the Braves of Logan Elm. And Kelton Bennington going to get himself a base hit and an RBI to boot. Seamer stepping up next. Continuing through the order here, now Zane Seamer batting. Again, 1 run just brought in, so Logan Elm takes a 1-0 lead. And Kelton Bennington going to slide in safely to second base. He gets a steal. 2 steals here in this inning alone for Logan Elm. Now runners on second base here, making the most of a 2-out situation. And the pitch by Tegan Hurt, and this one's going to be a fly ball in the left field, and it is going to be caught for out number 3. So getting out of the inning, Seamer is out. However, a run is going to be produced. Hunter got in initially, and from that point forward was able to steal second and third before a hit, an RBI by Kelton Bennington brings him home. So a couple big hits there in the inning for the Logan Elm Braves, 2 to be exact. And Waverly will be coming up to bat down 1-0 in the bottom of the 3rd inning when we return on Total Media Sports. Back in a moment.
Lights, camera, action. Danbury Cinemas is your go-to movie spot in Chillicothe. With 10 screens showing the latest blockbusters and fan favorites. There's always something for everyone. Come out to 119 Pawnee Road for comfy seats, affordable tickets, and hot, buttery, fresh popcorn from the concession stands. Check showtimes at danbury.com or follow us on Facebook. Danbury Cinemas, where Chillicothe comes to watch.
Tune into 100.9 WXIZ Hank FM, your home for the legends of country across South Central Ohio. Kickstart your day with local favorite Lori Graves and the Morning Hustle from 6 to 9 a.m., bringing laughs, local news, and great country music. Then join me, Christina Wolford, on the drive home from 3 to 7 p.m. for upbeat country hits, community updates, and your afternoon pick-me-up. 100.9 WXIZ Hank FM. Country hits, community heart.
You've been watching the Scioto Valley Game of the Week live on Total Media Sports YouTube.
Should be Sparks coming up next to bat for the Waverly Tigers. A run was generated there by Josh Hunter in the last inning for the Logan Elm Braves. So 1 coming in for Logan Elm, and now 1-0 is the score. Mason Sparks indeed coming up to bat down to the bottom of the order for Waverly, with Elise, Cage Alexander, and Hunter Houck waiting on deck. First pitch is going to be fouled back, 0-1 the count. We'd like to thank our sponsors again. First National Bank, Bodkin Hornback Funeral Home, Kirchhoff Automotive. Here's the 0-1, and this is going to be high up, and it is going to be caught for out number 1. That's going to be reeled in by Ebert, so Sparks is going to be out. Our other two sponsors, Quick Stop Lube and Tire of Piketon, and Clinkers Lumber and Builder Supplies. As back to the top of the order here with freshman Cage Alexander. He got struck out by Bennington his first at-bat, so he is 0 for 1 coming in here. One already down here for the Tigers in quick fashion in the bottom of the third, and the pitch by Bennington is going to be just about outside. So 1 ball, no strikes, the count here. It'll be ball 2. Look like a fastball up here by Bennington. So 2-0 the count. And this one is going to be swung on by Alexander. Going to make the play over to first base. And looks like he is going to be waved safe. Looks like he wasn't quite on the back. Biley trying to get the tag. And Cage Alexander is going to be on base with a single. Brings him to 1 for 2. As Hunter Houck comes up next. The Hawkman, as they call him for Waverly. So 1 down for the Tigers. And 1 on base. As Cage Alexander, he comes to first off of that base hit. And see here what the right fielder Houck can do. This is going to be a fly ball into left field. This one has some air to it, but it looks playable from over here, and it is going to be caught by Klein for out number 2. Hawk, of course, walked first time, so his first at-bat that counts is going to be an out. And coming up next, the DH, Will Armstrong. He got struck out first time around. Another strikeout that was generated by Kelton Bennington early on. Alexander on first base. 2 outs here for Waverly. That hit had a little bit of hang time by Hunter Houck. However, it was playable on left field, so brings us right here. 1-0 the count. Inside the box here to Will Armstrong. Again, runners on first base, and Logan Elm with a 1-0 lead here in the third inning. This is going to be a grounder. It's going to roll, and Armstrong should make it to first base. Yes, sir. And Cage Alexander slides in, too. So, looks like Alexander will advance to second base, and Will Armstrong will get his first hit. Couple hits here for Waverly, and as I got here, of course, the first 2 hits of the contest for the Tigers. As Liam Cross, the first baseman, comes up next. Runners on first and second, but not much breathing room here with already 2 outs. Is Bennington's first pitch to Cross coming, and it's going to be a little low. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes the count here. 1-0 pitch comes close. Ball 2. The count here at the plate to Liam Cross. This is going to be fouled back. So now 2 balls, 1 strike. Alexander at second base, and Will Armstrong, the designated hitter, at first. The 2-1 coming here, and that is going to be called strike. Evens it out at 2-2. That one curves in, so 2 balls, 2 strikes here with 2 down for the Tigers. And the 2-2 pitch coming from Kelton Bennington. And this is going to be a full count, and it's going to slide through the catcher's glove. And it looks like runners are going to advance off the pass ball. Bit of a wild pitch there by Bennington. So we got Armstrong on second, and Alexander around the corner here at third base. An errant pitch was scooped up by Neff, and he tried to make the play over to Seamer, but could not generate a play there. So runners again do advance. Well, we'll consider a pass ball. Full count at the plate, though. is 3-2 the count to Liam Cross. A big 3-2 pitch coming here by Bennington. And looks like they are calling ball 4. Cross will make it to first base, and the bases are loaded for the Tigers. With Caleb Cox stepping up here for Waverly. As Neff steps out, calls time here for a moment, talking things over. Bringing in some more balls, looks like. These baseballs, of course, something that a lot of people don't realize about them. And if you don't know, you don't know, and definitely not at fault if you don't know this. But one thing is these, because they got to get a special kind of baseball that's just for high school baseball. So you can't let these go to waste. And that's why a lot of schools are big on making sure that fans do not try to keep some of these foul balls or whatever the case may be as a souvenir. So Caleb Cox coming up to bat here for Waverly. As Neff is going to regroup here, talk a couple things out with Bennington. Again, bases are loaded here for the Tigers. Off of a walk a moment ago to Liam Cross. So Cross is at first base, Will Armstrong at second, and Cage Alexander around the corner at third. Again, 2 outs here for the Tigers. And Bennington's first pitch to Caleb Cox is coming here, and that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. And it is going to drop, and runs are going to score. Cage Alexander comes in, and it's going to go through the catcher for 2 runs for Waverly. As Cage Alexander comes in, Will Armstrong comes in, and it went over Neff. So Waverly has taken a 2-1 lead here. So 2-1 the score. Waverly now up 1 run, and a big hit there by Caleb Cox. Cox does make it to second base on that, so he gets an RBI double, 2-run RBI. As Spriggs coming up next. Still 2 outs here for Waverly. Runners on second and third. And here's the pitch, and this is going to be fouled back. So Cox is at second base. Looks like Cross at third. No balls, 1 strike. The count here at the plate to Spriggs. And the 0-1 by Bennington is going to be ball 1. 1-1. And that is going to be called ball. 2-1 the count. That one a little bit outside. And here comes Bennington's 2-1 offering to Spriggs, and that's going to hit the dirt for ball 3. Rolls out of Neff's glove, but regrouping right here again at the mound. Again, ball 3, runners won't advance off of that. So again, with a 3-1 count, Waverly taking a 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the third inning. Coming off of an RBI there by Cox. And 3 hits here in this inning for Waverly, and an allowed walk by Logan Elm. So Cross was walked, so 3 hits and a walk put us where we are right now, with runners again on second and third base. Talking things over here at the mound and regrouping here for a second. Again, at the mound at the moment for Waverly is Spriggs. At the plate, should I say, for Waverly is Spriggs. Talking things over and Not really sure what's going on at the moment, just talking things out, looks like. Bennington comes back up. Everyone gets back to their positions here with, again, a 3-1 count. And Logan Elm trailing by a run here, 2-1 to the Waverly Tigers. Steps back in, resumes this one, and the 3-1 is going to be out of the hands, and a pass ball is going to bring another run in for the Tigers. A wild pitch. And Cross gets in. So Cox is now at third base. 3-1 now the score with Eli Parker coming up to bat. Parker walked in his last at-bat, so of course doesn't statistically count as an at-bat. Spriggs will be walked. The unfortunate part for him, with that being said, of course, he was called out with an at-bat first time around, so though Spriggs is on first base, technically speaking, 0-for-1. And there's going to be a strike called there to Goose Parker. 0-1 the count here. Of course, his real name is Eli. Nickname is Goose. 0-1 the count here, and this is going to be fouled back. And sometimes, even though there's a net there, you can't help but flinch. No balls, 2 strikes. That foul ball would have been headed straight our way, too. It's 0-2 the count, Bennington, and this is going to be grazed a little bit, called foul ball. Count remains 0-2. So Parker here at the plate. Again, mentioned it a moment ago. Parker's last time out, he walked. So runners on the corner, Waverly, and a swing and a miss. And they're able to get out of the inning with a strikeout to Eli Parker. However, 3 runs brought in the inning by Waverly, 1 off of a wild pitch. And of course there was a 2-run RBI by Cox, and that of course brought him to second base. Few hits there for Waverly as well, with Logan Elm coming up to bat. And now Waverly in the driver's seat with a 3-1 lead as we head into the top of the 4th. Keep it locked in here. More high school baseball coming your way on Total Media Sports.
Did you know Jackson is home to a locally owned and operated full-service print shop? Zip Printing covers all your print, signage, and design needs. From business cards, booklets, and posters to yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, oversized signage, and more. We can help you or your business advertise and look good doing it. Zip Printing also offers logo design. Allow us to assist you in building or elevating your brand today. Zip Printing is located in the Stockmeister Plaza at 708 East Main Street in Jackson, Ohio. So stop in or give us a call at 740-286-3023.
Tune into 100.9 WXIZ Hank FM, your home for the legends of country across South Central Ohio. Kickstart your day with local favorite Lori Graves and the Morning Hustle from 6 to 9 a.m., bringing laughs, local news, and great country music. Then join me, Christina Wolford, on the drive home from 3 to 7 p.m. for upbeat country hits, community updates, and your afternoon pick-me-up. 100.9 WXIZ Hank FM. Country hits, community heart.
Lights, camera, action. Danbury Cinemas is your go-to movie spot in Chillicothe, with 10 screens showing the latest blockbusters and fan favorites. There's always something for everyone. Come out to 119 Pawnee Road for comfy seats, affordable tickets, and hot, buttery, fresh popcorn from the concession stands. Check showtimes at danbury.com or follow us on Facebook. Danbury Cinemas, where Chillicothe comes to watch. You've been watching the Scioto Valley Game of the Week live on Total Media Sports YouTube.
Here in the top of the 4th inning, after Waverly coming back and generating 3 runs after a 1-0 deficit. So now the score is Waverly 3, Logan Elm 1 here. Hayden Milliken here with you in the top of the 4th inning. I'd like to thank our sponsors, First National Bank, Bodkin Hornback Funeral Home, Kirchhoff Automotive, Quick Stop Lube and Tire of Piketon, and Clinkers Lumber and Builder Supplies, with Camden Ebert coming back up to bat for the Braves of Logan Elm. Again at the mound for Waverly here pitching is Tegan Hurt. And Hurt's first pitch here, leading off the inning, is going to be called strike one. I believe Evert walked in the last inning, and he was able to steal both second and third as well. Did not make it any further, but did come pretty close. And that one fouled back for an 0-2 count. No balls, 2 strikes. The plate here to Camden Ebert. The pitch by Hurt, 0-2, is going to be fair, and it's going to go into the right field just past the first baseline into deep right field. And looks like he's going to advance to second, still standing at third, and they're telling him to advance, and he slides in safe. They signaled for him. They wait for him to come to third base. And Camden Ebert with a big hit there gets an infield triple, of course. So Ebert going to be now on third base with Grant Klein, coming up to hit next. A big hit there by Ebert. Now runner on third base with no outs here for Logan Elm. Trying to bounce back again after an inning that Waverly got 3 runs. One was off of a wild pitch by Logan Elm. And here comes Tegan Hurt's first offering, and it is going to be called strike one. Getting a little bit windy out here. Get inside the press box, both these windows up. You can feel it just a little bit. Weather holding very fair, though, today. Still, with that being said, still the sun is out. And there's going to be a high fly ball in the center field. This one's got some air to it, and it is going to be reeled in for out number 1. Caught by Sparks at center, but a sacrifice fly will bring Ebert home. So Ebert does get home off of a sacrifice fly, and now this is a 1-run game. 3-2 with 1 down for Logan Elm. As Keegan Deal coming up next. The first baseman for Logan Elm. 1 run generated here thus far in the inning. Cutting into this Waverly lead. Pitch is going to be outside by Hurt. 1 ball, no strikes. And a nice statement there by Logan Elm as well. The 1-0 pitch. Going to drop a little low for ball 2. Not quite in there. 2 balls, no strikes here in the 4th inning. And a swing and a miss. Got him swinging on that one. 2 balls, 1 strike. Deal with the plate for Logan Elm. And the 2-1 by Hurt is going to be called ball 3. Parker able to scoop that one up as it rolled through the dirt. Here comes Tegan Hurt's 3-1 offering, and this one is going to be in the left field and fouled off and going to go towards the patio. Full count. Talk about this nice venue here at VA Memorial Stadium, and of course there are some places here that are at the moment blocked off, and that is of course because this is a high school game and not the Paints, but got the patio space here, nice picnic area over there, and this is going to be a grounder play, going to be made third base if he can hold on to it, and they're going to try to get the play over to Cross, and able to rebound though is Cox as he gets it over to Cross for a call out, but nearly a base hit right there. As Deal is going to be out, and that makes him 0 for 2 at the plate. As Brady Neff comes up next, catcher. With 2 down for Logan Elm. Again, they brought in 1 run in the inning thus far. 3-2 here at the top of the 4th. And this is going to be fouled off, but playable. They're going to try to make the play at it near the bullpen, and it is going to drop for a foul. 0-1 trying to hustle there, but no balls, 1 strike. The at-bat remains alive at the moment for Neff. Well, we were talking about the patio space, picnic area back there. Some picnic tables you see, and they surround the third baseline. And a great spot over there. Great view was watching the game before us with Dublin Jerome and a team from Delaware, Ohio, that is, not the state of Delaware. watched a little bit of it from over there, enjoying some food from the concession stands, and a play going to be made from Cage Alexander over to cross for a called out number 3. So it gets out of the inning. However, Logan Elm does generate a run off of a sac fly, so it is now a 1-run game. Logan Elm cutting into Waverly's lead as we go into the bottom of the 4th inning. Waverly up 3-2 here over the Braves. We'll be back in just a moment on Total Media Sports.
Lights, camera, action. Danbury Cinemas is your go-to movie spot in Chillicothe, with 10 screens showing the latest blockbusters and fan favorites. There's always something for everyone. Come out to 119 Pawnee Road for comfy seats, affordable tickets, and hot, buttery, fresh popcorn from the concession stands. Check showtimes at danbury.com or follow us on Facebook. Danbury Cinemas, where Chillicothe comes to watch.
Tune into 100.9 WXIZ Hank FM, your home for the legends of country across South Central Ohio. Kickstart your day with local favorite Lori Graves and the Morning Hustle from 6 to 9 a.m., bringing laughs, local news, and great country music. Then join me, Christina Wolford, on the drive home from 3 to 7 p.m. for upbeat country hits, community updates, and your afternoon pick-me-up. 100.9 WXIZ Hank FM. Country hits, community heart.
Did you know Jackson is home to a locally owned and operated full-service print shop? Zip Printing covers all your print, signage, and design needs. From business cards, booklets, and posters to yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, oversized signage, and more. We can help you or your business advertise and look good doing it. Zip Printing also offers logo design. Allow us to assist you in building or elevating your brand today. Zip Printing is located in the Stockmeister Plaza at 708 East Main Street in Jackson, Ohio. So stop in or give us a call at 740-286-3023.
You've been watching the Scioto Valley Game of the Week live on Total Media Sports YouTube.
Back here at VA Memorial Stadium, the home of the Chillicothe Paints of the River States Conference. And 3-2 is the score here, with Lane Bear coming back to bat for Waverly. Waverly also with a 1-run lead. Was a 2-run lead, but a sac fly in the top of the 4th inning does bring in another run for the Logan Elm Braves. And the pitch from Bennington to Bear is going to be a fly ball towards right center, and Bennington is going to drop for a base hit. Bear is going to get to first, should I say, and Bear now gets in, and he is 50%, 1 for 2, struck out his first at bat, and back to the bottom of the lineup with Mason Sparks. After this, we'll set back to the top of the order with Cage Alexander waiting on deck. Sparks got out his last at-bat. Bennington trying to catch Bear slipping, but almost had him there. A close one at first base, but just able to get back to the bag in time. Close call there. And the pitch coming from Bennington to Sparks. This is going to be just a little number here. We're going to try to make the play over to first base, and it's going to be out number 1. A good hustle play by Logan Elm. And Sparks will be out again. Bear is now going to be on second base with Cage Alexander coming up to bat, who is at 50%. Of course, he initially got a single, then managed to get to second and third off of other hits and just the advancement. And then from that point forward, Alexander made it home. Just an inning ago, may I add. So he batted in the third. He's going to see it again here in the 4th, and there's called strike 1. So Waverly quickly going through the lineup. No 1 the count here to the freshman Alexander, and it's going to be a little low, 1-1. Great hitting performance in the last inning by Waverly. And a pitch by Bennington is going to be a swing and a miss. Strike 2. Runner on second base as Bears on second. With 1 down here for Waverly, and Cage awarded time. Doesn't take long, just takes a moment. And Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Cage Alexander, and this one is going to drop a little low and out of the hands of Neff for called ball 2. Just a bit on the wild side there, as Bear will remain at second base. Able to get it back into the glove in time was Neff. So the count is now even at 2-2. The 2-2 coming, and this is going to be line drive, and they're trying to make the play over to first base. It looks like it is going to be caught for out number 2. It's going to be reeled in there by Deal. And another out as Cage Alexander is out now. Now Hunter Houck stepping in, playing right field again, as we mentioned this afternoon. And Bear off of that is able to advance to third base. So here comes Houck. Got walked the first time he was up, then got out. A runner on third base here as Lane Bear makes his way to third. 2 down for Waverly in the bottom of the 4th. And here's Bennington's pitch, way outside, called ball. The 1-0 is going to drop down. It's going to be ball 2. Two balls, no strikes, 2 outs for the Tigers. Runners on third. It's going to be called strike 1, getting that outside corner. Lands in there perfectly. A good pitch by Bennington. Two and 1 the count. And this is going to be fair and right to the first baseman. Deal for out number 3. No runs produced by the Tigers of Waverly. However, of course, got Bear to third base, and that is where he stopped. So heading into the top of the 5th inning, the score remains Waverly 3, Logan Elm 2, with Logan Elm coming back to bat. This is high school baseball, the Scion Valley Game of the Week, streaming live on Total Media Sports.
Did you know Jackson is home to a locally owned and operated full-service print shop? Zip Printing covers all your print, signage, and design needs. From business cards, booklets, and posters to yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, oversized signage, and more. We can help you or your business advertise and look good doing it. Zip Printing also offers logo design. Allow us to assist you in building or elevating your brand today. Zip Printing is located in the Stockmeister Plaza at 708 East Main Street in Jackson, Ohio. So stop in or give us a call at 740-286-3023.
Lights, camera, action. Danbury Cinemas is your go-to movie spot in Chillicothe, with 10 screens showing the latest blockbusters and fan favorites. There's always something for everyone. Come out to 119 Pawnee Road for comfy seats, affordable tickets, and hot, buttery, fresh popcorn from the concession stands. Check showtimes at danbury.com or follow us on Facebook. Danbury Cinemas, where Chillicothe comes to watch.
Tune into 100.9 WXIZ Hank FM, your home for the legends of country across South Central Ohio. Kickstart your day with local favorite Lori Graves and the Morning Hustle from 6 to 9 a.m., bringing laughs, local news, and great country music. Then join me, Christina Wolford, on the drive home from 3 to 7 p.m. for upbeat country hits, community updates, and your afternoon pick-me-up. 100.9 WXIZ Hank FM. Country hits, community heart.
You've been watching the Scioto Valley Game of the Week live on Total Media Sports YouTube.
3-2 is the score here. Waverly with a 1-run lead over the Braves of Logan Elm. And Biley coming back up to bat. Lucas Biley for Logan Elm. And now they're back to the bottom of their order as well, making the trip around the order twice. Both sides have. And a few batters for Waverly have even been up 3 times thus far here in the 5th inning. And this one is going to be a swing and a miss. Pitch from Tegan Hurt there. No balls, 1 strike. I'd like to thank our sponsors here for this afternoon's broadcast. First National Bank, Botkin Hornback Funeral Home, Kirchhoff Automotive. Here's the 0-1. And that one's going to be grounded over the plate. Going to be made by a third baseman. Going to throw it now to Cross for out number 1. Cox getting it over to Cross. So 1 down. And I believe it might be Jack Hunter at this point. So either way, bottom line is there's going to be out number 1. She said it twice. Now, again, on my card, initially it was put down as Josh Hunter. One down here for Logan Elm. And the pitch to Hunter is going to hit the dirt. Here's the offering, and it is going to be behind the third base line, called strike off a foul ball. You have to change the scoreboard up there, but it should be 1-1. Hunter at bat for Logan Elm with one down here for the Braves. The fifth inning. And the pitch coming, and it's going to be called strike in the corner. 0-2, and I believe there was a ball before that, but not counting up on the scoreboard. It just says 0-2. It should be 1-2. And the pitch coming here from Tegan Hurt. The 0-2 coming, and it's going to be called ball. 1-2. So, looks like they're saying down there, yeah, 1 ball, 2 strikes, I suppose. So it is 1-2 is the official count as it stands. And here's the pitch, and this is going to be a fly ball in the right center, and it might drop. It does, just past the center field fence, going all the way back. And looks like making his way over to third base, directing traffic, and slides in safe. And I'll make it over as Hunter is now on third base with a big triple for him. Down by 1, and the tying run is now at third with only 1 out. And here comes Coach Noble, and he's heading over to the mound. As he calls time, he's coming up to talk to Hurt and coming out. And I haven't seen anyone warming up in the bullpen, but again, with how far back it is here on this side, can't really see the bullpen that well over here. As Noble talking things over, and yeah, it does look like they are making a change. We'll see. Yes, they are. So Tegan Hurt will have a seat, and he is going to step out for a little bit. And here in a moment, looks like we might have ourselves a pitching change for the Tigers of Waverly. As Braylon Spriggs. Well, Landon Ramey, should I say, is pitching. So they're bringing Ramey in. Thought for a second maybe Spriggs, but no, it is Landon Ramey. He's coming in to pitch. Pardon me for that. So Landon Ramey coming in place of Tegan Hurt to pitch. And while Landon Ramey takes a moment here to warm up, again, 1 out here for the Braves of Logan Elm, runner on third base. We'll step aside just for a moment here on Total Media Sports and be back in just a moment.
Lights, camera, action. Danbury Cinemas is your go-to movie spot in Chillicothe, with 10 screens showing the latest blockbusters and fan favorites. There's always something for everyone. Come out to 119 Pawnee Road for comfy seats, affordable tickets, and hot, buttery, fresh popcorn from the concession stands. Check showtimes at danbury.com or follow us on Facebook. Danbury Cinemas, where Chillicothe comes to watch.
Tune into 100.9 WXIZ Hank FM, your home for the legends of country across South Central Ohio. Kickstart your day with local favorite Lori Graves and the Morning Hustle from 6 to 9 a.m., bringing laughs, local news, and great country music. Then join me, Christina Wolford, on the drive home from 3 to 7 p.m. for upbeat country hits, community updates, and your afternoon pick-me-up. 100.9 WXIZ Hank FM. Country hits, community heart.
You've been watching the Scioto Valley Game of the Week live on Total Media Sports YouTube.
Back here off the pitching change with 1 runner on third base for Logan Elm, 1 down. Landon Ramey now at the mound for Waverly, coming in relief of Tegan Hurt. Allow that triple, and Coach Jeff Noble decides it's time to make a change, and here we are. The pitch by Landon Ramey is going to be outside, ball 1. Congrove at the plate. 1-0 the count to Carter Congrove, and he's shaping up the bunt and pulls back there, and it's going to be called strike, but play going to be made a close one to Hunter at third base, and he looks frustrated. They're saying he's out. They tagged Hunter out at third base. He got the big triple, but he is going to be tagged out. Big play there defensively for Waverly. Taking advantage there of a miscommunication by Logan Elm and generates the second out. 1-1 the count to Congrove at the plate. The pitch by Ramey is going to be a swing and a miss. Strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count here. 2 down in the top of the fifth and avoiding the tying run. And the pitch by Ramey is going to be ball 2. Three to 2 the score for those just tuning in. And the pitch by Ramey is going to be a swing and a miss. And that'll get the Tigers out of the inning defensively, and they are able to strike Congrove out. So, with that being said, 3 to 2 is the score. Waverly up by 1 here on Total Media Sports. We'll be back in just a moment.
Tune into 100.9 WXIZ Hank FM, your home for the legends of country across South Central Ohio. Kickstart your day with local favorite Lori Graves and the Morning Hustle from 6 to 9 a.m., bringing laughs, local news, and great country music. Then join me, Christina Wolford, on the drive home from 3 to 7 p.m. for upbeat country hits, community updates, and your afternoon pick-me-up. 100.9 WXIZ Hank FM. Country hits, community heart.
Lights, camera, action. Danbury Cinemas is your go-to movie spot in Chillicothe, with 10 screens showing the latest blockbusters and fan favorites. There's always something for everyone. Come out to 119 Pawnee Road for comfy seats, affordable tickets, and hot, buttery, fresh popcorn from the concession stands. Check showtimes at danbury.com or follow us on Facebook. Danbury Cinemas, where Chillicothe comes to watch.
Did you know Jackson is home to a locally owned and operated full-service print shop? Zip Printing covers all your print, signage, and design needs. From business cards, booklets, and posters to yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, oversized signage, and more. We can help you or your business advertise and look good doing it. Zip Printing also offers logo design. Allow us to assist you in building or elevating your brand today. Zip Printing is located in the Stockmeister Plaza at 708 East Main Street in Jackson, Ohio. So stop in or give us a call at 740-286-3023.
You've been watching the Scioto Valley Game of the Week live on Total Media Sports YouTube.
Will Armstrong coming up to bat here for Waverly to lead off the bottom of the fifth inning. The score still Waverly 3, Logan Elm 2. Pitching change there as Landon Ramey got the Tigers out of the top of the fifth, avoiding any further damage, and a swing and a miss there by Will Armstrong. 0-1 the count. Bennington still at the mound for Logan Elm. The 0-1, it'll be strike 2. Gets a couple swings there and brings it straight to an 0-2 count. And here comes the 0-2, and it's going to be off of 3 pitches, a strikeout. As once again, Armstrong will strike out. That is his second time he's been struck out. As Liam Cross comes up next. 1 down off of only 3 pitches there by Bennington. Few swings, just couldn't get it there, and that pitch is going to hit the dirt and roll through Neff for ball 1 on the wild side. Again, Liam Cross batting right now for Waverly. 1 out, 3-2 the score in the bottom of the fifth. And there's a pitch by Bennington, and that's going to be a high fly ball into right field, and it is going to be caught there by Biley for out number 2, should I say, pardon me. As Cross is going to be out, 2 down, and Caleb Cox steps up. Earlier, Caleb Cox had a 2-run RBI triple, a big hit for him as it stayed in the fair territory, a liner in the right field. That was a big play by him, and now he's back up again with 2 outs. And a 1-run lead, and there's going to be a strike one, swing and a miss. Good inning here defensively thus far for Logan Elm. Pitching-wise, looking good. Here's Bennington, 0-1. Fouls that one off, 0-2. As Bennington steps off for a moment. No balls, 2 strikes. Count here to Caleb Cox. And here's the 0-2, and that's going to be fouled off. Count stays 0-2. Got a little bit of that one. And here's the 0-2. And this is going to be into left field and caught for out number 3 there by Klein. 3 up, 3 down in that inning for the Tigers. And the score remains 3-2 with Logan Elm coming back up to bat. You're watching high school baseball as we head into the top of the 6th here on Total Media Sports.
Lights, camera, action. Danbury Cinemas is your go-to movie spot in Chillicothe, with 10 screens showing the latest blockbusters and fan favorites. There's always something for everyone. Come out to 119 Pawnee Road for comfy seats, affordable tickets, and hot, buttery, fresh popcorn from the concession stands. Check showtimes at danbury.com or follow us on Facebook. Danbury Cinemas, where Chillicothe comes to watch.
Tune into 100.9 WXIZ Hank FM, your home for the legends of country across South Central Ohio. Kickstart your day with local favorite Lori Graves and the Morning Hustle from 6 to 9 a.m., bringing laughs, local news, and great country music. Then join me, Christina Wolford, on the drive home from 3 to 7 p.m. for upbeat country hits, community updates, and your afternoon pick-me-up. 100.9 WXIZ Hank FM. Country hits.
Did you know Jackson is home to a locally owned and operated full-service print shop? Zip Printing covers all your print, signage, and design needs. From business cards, booklets, and posters to yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, oversized signage, and more. We can help you or your business advertise and look good doing it. Zip Printing also offers logo design. Allow us to assist you in building or elevating your brand today. Zip Printing is located in the Stockmeister Plaza at 708 East Main Street in Jackson, Ohio. So stop in or give us a call at 740-286-3023.
You've been watching the Scioto Valley Game of the Week live on Total Media Sports YouTube.
Heading here into the top of the 6th inning, Hayden Milliken here with you as Waverly holds a 3-2 lead over the Logan Elm Braves, and something we haven't seen in quite a while here in this one. A 1-2-3 inning there by Waverly as Kelton Bennington, the pitcher, comes up next for Logan Elm. Real quick, I'd like to thank our sponsors, First National Bank, Botkin Hornback Funeral Home, Kirchhoff Automotive, Quick Stop Lube and Tire, and Clinkers Lumber and Builder Supplies. And here's the pitch by Landon Ramey, and this is going to be in the left field, fouled off. Closer at the third baseline, looked like for a moment, but it does roll into foul territory. 0-1 the count. 0-1 to Kelton Bennington. Nice sized crowd here at VA Memorial Stadium for this one. Split down the middle between Tiger fans and Logan Elm fans. Neither really had a very long drive to get here. Different sides of 23. It's going to be a little high. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. VA Memorial Stadium, of course, not only this portion of the state of Ohio, but goes through Central Ohio. The 1-1 is going to be called ball 2. So we were talking earlier, we had the contest earlier with Dublin Jerome, and the entire portion of the state of Ohio, they all come here, and there's normally a few games here for many high school teams, especially in the Pike, Ross, Jackson County area. But also you go a little further, got a little bit of Pickaway in there and some Franklin County. Everyone comes here, and of course it's a unique experience because you come here and you can play underneath the lights, especially at nighttime. You ain't going to see that today. This is a 2 o'clock start, and we're just a little after 3 o'clock now. But if you do play here later in the day, one of the only fields in the area that's used for high school use, and there's going to be ball 4, and Bennington will walk. one of the only fields in this area with lights that is used for high school. That's also thanks in part to the fact that this is the home field for the Chillicothe Paints. As Zane Seamer comes in next. And we did get confirmation. I did want to correct this. Again, initially, the leadoff hitter for them, Josh Hunter. It is indeed Jack Hunter. We were wondering about that one. And for those wondering, I do apologize for before, but we did get clarity from PA. Was given the wrong name initially. It is Jack Hunter. So thank you for correcting that to the people next to us. 1 ball, no strikes. The count here to Zane Seamer. It's going to be called ball. Top of the 6th inning here, 3-2. Waverly up here with runner on first base after a walk. Bennington walks. So 3-2 again the score. No outs here for the Braves of Logan Elm. Down by 1. Ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Ebert waiting on deck. And here comes the 3-0 from Landon Ramey. That one goes way high. That one came close. And Seamer will make it to first base. 2 straight walks for Landon Ramey. So regrouping here with Ramey, talking things over. Parker comes up, just talking with him, and Ramey doesn't see many opportunities here at the mound, but seeing it here this afternoon, again coming in relief of Tegan Hurt, who spent the first 4.5 innings pitching, did not finish the last inning before he came out, and before we were just about to continue, but here comes Coach Noble again, talking things out, and see what happens here. Just talking things out with Landon Ramey. He had already had 1 pitching change, just talking things over, figuring it out here. Ramey came in here last inning. Again, has allowed 2 consecutive walks. Talks things over, and Coach Knob makes his way back to the third base dugout. With Ebert at the plate and runners on first and second, the pitch by Ramey is going to be called strike 1 in the corner. 0-1. Gets that strike in there to Camden Ebert. So 0-1 is the count. No balls, 1 strike. As he shapes up the bunt, and this is going to be fouled back. It's going to be called 0-2. Again, no outs here for Logan Elm. Runners on first and second base. They are down by 1, 3-2 over Waverly. An opportunity here, some breathing room as well. And the 0-2 pitch by Landon Ramey is going to be called ball 1. Ramey with the 1-2. It's going to be 2-2. The at-bat stays alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Ebert. With Bennington and Seamer on base. Ramey steps out here for a moment. And the 2-2 pitch. It's going to be full count. Three balls, 2 strikes. Just drops a little low there, low and outside. Now the full count pitch and a swing and a miss. Ramey able to generate a strikeout And down goes Ebert with Klein coming up next. Grant Klein stepping up. And one down now for Logan Elm. Big strike out there for the relief pitcher, Landon Ramey. First offering here from Ramey is going to be called ball one. Too close there. 1 ball, no strikes. Again, only one down here for Logan Elm. The top of the 6th. Running out of opportunities, though, and the play is going to be made over to third. Going to try to complete it to first, and it is going to be generated. Double play there as Cox gets it over to Cross, stops runners from advancing, and a big one defensively for the Waverly Tigers, getting out of a tough situation there. So the score does remain Waverly 3, Logan Elm 2 after that big double play. Heading into the bottom of the 6th inning, we will be back in just a moment here on Total Media Sports.
Did you know Jackson is home to a locally owned and operated full-service print shop? Zip Printing covers all your print, signage, and design needs. From business cards, booklets, and posters to yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, oversized signage, and more. We can help you or your business advertise and look good doing it. Zip Printing also offers logo design. Allow us to assist you in building or elevating your brand today. Zip Printing is located in the Stockmeister Plaza at 708 East Main Street in Jackson, Ohio. So stop in or give us a call at 740-286-3023.
Lights, camera, action. Danbury Cinemas is your go-to movie spot in Chillicothe, with 10 screens showing the latest blockbusters and fan favorites. There's always something for everyone. Come out to 119 Pawnee Road for comfy seats, affordable tickets, and hot, buttery, fresh popcorn from the concession stands. Check showtimes at danbury.com or follow us on Facebook. Danbury Cinemas, where Chillicothe comes to watch. You've been watching the Scioto Valley Game of the Week live on Total Media Sports YouTube.
It looks like we have ourselves a pitching change here as Bennington is going to step out here before the 6th inning can start here to the bottom half. And looks like Brady Neff is now going to move into the pitcher spot. So Neff now pitching for Logan Elm. Again, we'd like to thank our sponsors here before the Tigers come up to bat. First National Bank of Waverly, Botkin Hornback Funeral Home, Kirchhoff Automotive, Quick Stop Lube and Tire, and Clinkers Lumber and Builder Supplies. Our local sponsors, as Braylon Spriggs steps up. And thank you to our local sponsors and T-Fred down there, Tim Frederick, trying to get in position here. He's assistant coach for Waverly. And if I could run like that, and I believe I think he's 63, 64 years old. If I could run like that at his age, I think I'd have it made. And there's going to be called ball. 1-0 the count. And this is going to be ball 2. Again, Spriggs at the plate here for Waverly. And the 2-0 by Neff is going to be called ball 3. A little close there, but it is going to be 3-0. And there's going to be strike 1. Falls in, gets the corner. 3-1 the count here. Spriggs at the plate. And that one's going to go out, and there's going to be a walk. So Neff comes in and allows a walk. And that's going to be the second time Spriggs has walked to first. So he's going to see bases again as Eli Parker comes in. And Drez Bolin coming in to first base. He's going to be pinch running. So Spriggs accredited, of course, the walk there. Now Drez Bolin coming in to pinch run. This is Eli Parker batting. Looks like he's going to go for a bunt here and calls time. No outs here for the Tigers in the bottom of the 6th. here comes the pitch by Neff. And this one is going to be bunted. Neff is going to scoop it up, throws it over to first base. And there's going to be out number one as Parker is out. Parker has struck out and has now been tagged out, of course, at first. So that makes him 0 for 2, not counting the fact he was walked. And now Lane Bear coming back in again, left fielder. One down now for Waverly, and Dres Bolin now makes it to second base. It's going to be called ball one. A few rough pitches here by Brady Neff since he has stepped in for Logan Elm. The 1-0 pitch. That one comes close, way over the head. 2-0. Now here comes the 2 balls, no strike pitch. Ball 3. Few pitches there by Neff, just going a little too close inside. Brings the count to 3 balls, no strikes. The pitch here by Neff to Bear is going to be ball 4. 4 pitches, and Lane Bear is going to walk to first. And Mason Sparks stepping up now for Waverly. Sparks is going to come in with 1 down and runners on first and second for Waverly. They do have a 1-run lead, 3-2. And there's going to be a called strike 1 on Sparks. Back to the bottom of the lineup for Waverly as the initial leadoff hitter, Cage Alexander, is waiting on deck. And a line drive, and runners are going to advance there after that hit by Sparks. And rounding third, headed home is Dres Bolin, and he comes in. So Bolin going to come in and score for Waverly. And now runners on second and third. Bear at third. And then Sparks at second. He'll get a double off of that. So 4-2 is now the score. Waverly with a 2-run lead now. With Cage Alexander coming up. Waverly getting a run in. It's been a couple inning drought here for the Tigers. And just overall around the board, the score has stuck at 3-2 for quite a few innings now. But Waverly able to break the dry spell, and now 4-2 the score. 1 down, so a little bit more room to work with here perhaps, and that was going to be called in the outside corner for strike 1. 0-1 the count here to Cage Alexander. Alexander is 1 for 3. Getting a single earlier, and again, he was able to make it home. As Alexander steps out, called time. So no balls, 1 strike. The count as it stands at the plate to Cage Alexander. 1 down and 2 on base. Runners on second and third for the Tigers of Waverly. And Neff's 0-1 pitch to Cage Alexander is going to be over to first base. Can they make the play? Yes, they get it over to Deal, and that's going to get Cage Alexander out. Alexander's down as now Hunter Houck comes back in. So 2 down now for Waverly. And another run does come in, though, off of that. Sacrificed by Alexander. So it is now 5-2 Waverly. 2 runs here in the inning. And here's a pitch. It'll be called strike. Looks like Bear made it home off that. And a swing and a miss. Called strike. 0-2 the count. Good pitch there by Neff. The 0-2 coming, but awarded time. 0-2 the count, and this one is going to roll on the wild side, but trying to make a play, thinking about making a play over to third base if he had to, but runner's going to stay still. So 1-2 the count. Good move not to move up. Already 2 runs brought in here for the Tigers this inning. And this is going to be popped over to third base, and the play going to be moved over to Deal at first. And there is out number 3. 2 runs brought in by the Tigers. So 5-2 is the score now for Waverly. Heading into the top of the 7th inning here on Total Media Sports. We'll be back in just a moment.
Lights, camera, action. Danbury Cinemas is your go-to movie spot in Chillicothe. With 10 screens showing the latest blockbusters and fan favorites. There's always something for everyone. Come out to 119 Pawnee Road for comfy seats, affordable tickets, and hot, buttery, fresh popcorn from the concession stands. Check showtimes at danbury.com or follow us on Facebook. Danbury Cinemas, where Chillicothe comes to watch.
Did you know Jackson is home to a locally owned and operated full-service print shop? Zip Printing covers all your print, signage, and design needs. From business cards, booklets, and posters to yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, oversized signage, and more. We can help you or your business advertise and look good doing it. Zip Printing also offers logo design. Allow us to assist you in building or elevating your brand today. Zip Printing is located in the Stockmeister Plaza at 708 East Main Street in Jackson, Ohio. So stop in or give us a call at 740-286-3023.
Tune into 100.9 WXIZ Hank FM, your home for the legends of country across South Central Ohio. Kickstart your day with local favorite Lori Graves and the Morning Hustle from 6 to 9 a.m., bringing laughs, local news, and great country music. Then join me, Christina Wolford, on the drive home from 3 to 7 p.m. for upbeat country hits, community updates, and your afternoon pick-me-up. 100.9 WXIZ Hank FM. Country hits, community heart.
You've been watching the Scioto Valley Game of the Week live on Total Media Sports YouTube.
Top of the 7th inning, and the Logan Elm Braves need at least 3 runs to keep this one alive. Waverly putting up 2 more in the bottom of the 6th. And Keegan Deal stepping up to bat here for Logan Elm, and do or die right now for the Braves. Gonna need a big inning here, and Logan Elm hasn't scored in quite a few innings. Be a strike 1 called from Landon Ramey, so 0-1 the count to Keegan Deal at the plate. The 0-1 is going to be called ball, 1-1. Thank you to our sponsors, First National Bank, Botkin Hornback Funeral Home, Kirchhoff Automotive, Quick Stop Lube and Tire, here's the 1-1. Going to be called ball 2. And Clinkers Lumber and Builder Supplies. 2-1 the count at the plate to Keegan Deal, the first baseman. The 2-1 by Ramey is going to be popped over to third, and they're going to try to make the play over to cross at first, and they got it. 1 down. As Brady Neff, who is now pitching for Logan Elm, he has been pitching since he came in to relieve Bennington. So Brady Neff, who started this one as catcher, is now up to bat with 1 out for Logan Elm. Nobody on base here. And the pitch by Landon Ramey is going to hit the dirt. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. The count as it stands. And here's the 1-0, and this is going to roll behind the back and gets through Cox. And looks like Neff is going to make it on first base. A big base hit there where any hit counts right now if you are Logan Elm. Lucas Biley coming up now. 1 out and 1 on base, trailing by 3 here with their last chance in the top of the 7th. as Lucas Biley comes in. Again, one down here in the pitch by Ramey. It's going to be ball one. The 1-0 coming and just a bit outside. Biley batting now. Jack Hunter waiting on deck. The 2-0 coming and strike one. Gets that corner. So 2-1 the count. See what Ramey can do. 2-1 coming, and it is going to be a swing and a miss. Good pitch there by Ramey. 2-2. Two and two to Biley, and this one is going to be grounded over to third base to Cox. He's going to try to make the play or gets the fielder's choice to second, and he's going to be called safe at first. However, out number two is going to be generated. So, one more down. Runner on first base, though. Biley makes his way to first base. Neff is out at second. So, Jack Hunter up to bat here for Logan Elm, with one more out left to go here if you're the Tigers. Two down, and here's the pitch a little high. Ball one again. Runner on first. Uses that fielder's choice to get Neff out at second. It's a good call right there by Waverly defensively. And ball two called, and that one a little close. Can't really tell from up here, but the umpire's call is ball two. 2 balls, no strikes. And the 2-0 coming, it's going to be strike one. 2-1 the count. Two down here. Logan Elm somehow needs to come up with 3 runs. Uphill battle to climb if you're Logan Elm. And the 2-1 here, Ramey looks over first, and good awareness here by Landon Ramey. And the 2-1 pitch coming. It's going to be a swing and a miss. Evens out the count, 2 apiece. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So that's strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And 2-2 from Landon Ramey, and this is going to be a fly ball in the right field, and it is going to be caught for out number 3 by Hunter Houck, and there's the ball game for you. The final score this afternoon, Waverly knocks off Logan Elm by a score of 5-2. A big win here for the Tigers, and what was a close one, however, Logan Elm just could not get the tying run, and then eventually Waverly generates 2 more to the point of no return, may I add, for Logan Elm. So the final score here today, 5-2. Keep it right here on Total Media Sports. Going to wrap this one up in just a moment, but keep it right here. We'll be back in just a moment to close out.
Lights, camera, action. Danbury Cinemas is your go-to movie spot in Chillicothe, with 10 screens showing the latest blockbusters and fan favorites. There's always something for everyone. Come out to 119 Pawnee Road for comfy seats, affordable tickets, and hot, buttery, fresh popcorn from the concession stands. Check showtimes at danbury.com or follow us on Facebook. Danbury Cinemas, where Chillicothe comes to watch.
5-2, the final score here at VA Memorial Stadium. Hayden Bellican here with you. And a great showing here defensively for the Waverly Tigers here. Big pitching changer. Landon Ramey allowed a couple walks, but of course able to close this one out. And at the end of the day, Waverly picks up a 5-2 win. And a great effort, great team effort, may I add, by the Waverly Tigers to pick up another win. We'll be seeing them again here soon. We'll be over when they play Wheelersburg. That'll be next week. Also looking ahead to Monday, a game on the broadcast schedule in the SVC. Westfall taking on Paint Valley. We'll be over for that one. So that'll be it for us this afternoon. Again, the final score, Waverly 5, Logan Elm 2. And for our stream crew, I'd like to shout these guys out. Phenomenal camera work. These guys great around the board. Don't know what I would do without them. You got Julian Villarreal running the stream, Corbin Wilbur on the camera. So for today, again, 5-2, Waverly wins. This is Hayden Milliken saying have a good one, and may God bless.
Thanks for watching the Scioto Valley Game of the Week live on Total Media Sports YouTube.